Jordan knows exactly why he can't get in shape. He's got a bad back from an old injury. His job is too stressful. His kids take up all his time. His metabolism is slow. His genetics are terrible. His schedule is impossible. He's got an excuse for everything, and he'll tell you all about them if you ask. But here's what Jordan doesn't realize. His excuses have become more than just reason. They've become his identity. Without them, he'd have to face a terrifying question. Who is he really? Sound familiar? I'm Brandon, and I've got your raw daily fuel for today. Jordan's story is your story. If you've built a fortress of excuses around why you can't change. Today we're going deep, deeper than habits, deeper than motivation, deeper than goals. We're talking about identity, because here's what you need to hear. Your transformation isn't stuck because you lack willpower. It's stuck because you're afraid of who you'd be without your excuses. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Your excuses have become your identity. Remove them, and who's left? You've been Jordan with a bad back for so long that you don't know who Jordan without excuses would be. Your obstacles have become your personality. Your limitations have become your brand. You introduce yourself by your problems, because without them, you'd have to introduce yourself by your potential. And that's terrifying. Most people fear success more than failure. Success means no more hiding. Failure is just comfortable because it validates your excuses. It proves your story right. See, I told you my metabolism was broken. But success destroys every excuse you've ever made. It forces you to admit that the only thing holding you back was you. And that's a level of responsibility most people can't handle. When you succeed, you can't blame your genetics anymore. You can't blame your schedule, your stress, your circumstances. Success makes you accountable for every day you chose excuses over effort. It forces you to confront the years you wasted hiding behind stories instead of writing a new one. Here's what's really happening. Your obstacles give you purpose. Without them, you'd have to face yourself. Your excuses aren't just explanations. They're your comfort zone. They give you something to fight against, something to blame, something to justify why you're not where you want to be. Without your obstacles, you'd have to look in the mirror and ask, what am I actually capable of? And that question is scarier than any workout. Your bad back gives you an identity. Your busy schedule gives you importance. Your slow metabolism gives you sympathy. Take those away, and what's left? Just you, raw, unprotected, responsible for your own results. No wonder you cling to your excuses. They're not just reasons, they're armor. But here's what that armor is really protecting you from: greatness. Every excuse is a ceiling you've placed over your potential. Every limitation you accept is a boundary you've drawn around your possibility. You're not protecting yourself from failure. You're protecting yourself from finding out how extraordinary you could be. Listen to me. The person you're becoming requires letting go of the person you've been. You can't upgrade your life while clinging to your old identity. You can't transform your body while holding on to your broken person story. The version of you that makes excuses and the version of you that makes progress cannot coexist. One has to go. This is why transformation feels like death, because part of you is dying. The excuse-making part, the victim part, the part that finds comfort in limitation, that part has to die for the new you to be born. And your ego will fight like hell to keep that old identity alive because it's familiar, it's safe, it's known. Transformation isn't adding new habits. It's becoming someone who doesn't need excuses. It's not about learning new behaviors. It's about becoming a new person. A person who doesn't look for reasons why they can't. A person who finds ways they can. A person who takes responsibility instead of assigning blame. The person who doesn't need excuses doesn't have a bad back. They have a back they're strengthening. They don't have a busy schedule. They have priorities they're managing. They don't have slow metabolism. They have a body they're optimizing. Same circumstances, different identity. Here's your challenge this week, and it's going to be uncomfortable. Write down every excuse you use for why you can't transform your health. Every single one. Then ask yourself this question: who would I be if this excuse didn't exist? Don't fix the excuse. Eliminate the identity that needs it. Stop defining yourself by your limitations and start defining yourself by your possibilities. Stop introducing yourself as the person who can't and start becoming the person who does. Stop hiding behind your obstacles and start using them as stepping stones. The most successful people aren't the ones without obstacles. They're the ones who refuse to let obstacles become their identity. They have bad days, tough circumstances, real challenges, but they don't live live there. They don't build their identity around their problems. You are not your excuses. You are not your obstacles. You are not your limitation. You are the person who chooses what to do despite those things. The question isn't whether you have reasons not to succeed. The question is whether you'll let those reasons define you. I'm Brandon, and that's your raw daily fuel for today. Stop being comfortable with who you are and start being curious about who you could become. Your excuses have kept you safe, but they've also kept you small. It's time to get dangerous. It's time to get great.